Hello. I need to do a little bit more training. Never understood inflation. Here's your 101. Yes, I want to learn about the money. Visit any news site and there's a good chance you will read something about the inflation. However, some people say inflation is one of those things they've never really understood and have been too afraid to ask about. If you are one of those people, here is a short introduction. Inflation is an increase in prices over time. You see its effect when the price of an item goes up. For example, your bread cost $2 last year, but now it's $2.20, and if your salary didn't rise by the same amount, you can't buy as much bread anymore, meaning your money doesn't have as much purchasing power as it used to. There are a number of different things that can cause prices to rise. One of the most important things is when there's a big difference between the demand for goods and services and the supply of those goods and services. Changes in supply and demand can be caused by problems around the world or by events in a particular country. The war in Ukraine had an effect on inflation because it affected the supply of many goods. The supply of wheat, for example, decreased, but there was still lots of demand for bread, so prices went up. One of the things countries do to try to reduce inflation is to encourage people to keep their money in their pockets, often by increasing interest rates. The idea is to decrease demand. Higher interest rates make borrowing more expensive, so people and businesses are less likely to spend money, especially on big things like cars, houses, and buildings. So inflation is always bad, right? Well, a small amount of inflation is believed to be good. It shows that the people and the businesses are making more money. But if prices go up too quickly, inflation can hurt everyone. Questions. Why did the war in Ukraine have an effect on inflation? Why do higher interest rates stop people from spending? Is inflation always a bad thing? Do you get that? A discussion. What did you know about the inflation before reading this article? How have prices changed in your country in recent years? Have wages kept up with inflation in your country in recent decades? Are interest rates rising or falling in your country? How would you describe the cost of living in your country at the moment? Further discussion. Are there any economic concepts you struggle to understand? Who are the most financially savvy people you know? Maybe I am. What was the last big purchase you made? My computer probably in the springtime. The Macintosh. Do you have any tips or tricks for saving money? Oh, don't get on the taxi. Don't use convenience stores. Always bring your food. Have you ever made any investments? Yes, I do a couple of the investments.